What's up, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're doing another video that you voted on. So this past week, I went to Dallas, Texas to visit the Man Sports HQ and film some content collabs. But while I was there, I wanted to make sure that I made time to film something fun for YouTube. So I put this quick little poll up on my Insta story to see which topic you would be most interested in. And of course, 5 days of fast food came out on top. So while I was away, I ate nothing but fast food, restaurant food, takeout food, basically anything that I did not personally prepare or measure. And I get that this might not be a big deal for some people, but I think there's still a lot of confusion around what's good versus what's bad when you're trying to eat healthier, with fast food almost always being on the bad list. So my goal with today's video is to show you that it's not all bad, and there is a healthier, more balanced way of going about this. To prove my point, I'm going to be doing a starting check-in before I eat all the food. I will be showing you what I eat while I'm away, as well as doing a final ending check-in to show you what damage I did, which, if my theory holds up, should be very minimal if there's any damage at all. So if you're excited for today's video, make sure you shoot me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, let's get started. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day one. I just did my day one weigh-in as well as physique update. And now Jeff's weighing himself because I'm gonna be leaving him for, I don't know how long I'm gone. I think it's like 4 or 5 days, and who knows what's gonna happen. Maybe he eats like crap, maybe he...
When has that ever happened?
He always says he's gonna eat like crap while I'm gone, and then he chickens out on buying like any junk food. As promised, before leaving for my trip, I weighed in and I did a little update on what I'm working with physique-wise. Now, I've shared this scale before, but this is the Vanity Planet Digital Body Analyzer. And I love this scale because it measures more than just your body weight. It also measures muscle mass, body fat, as well as water weight. And because our little experiment is only 5 days, I'm not expecting to see any big changes in terms of muscle mass or body fat, but I do expect to see changes in water weight because in general, restaurant or takeout or fast food is going to be higher in sodium, which means it can cause you to hold on to like a little bit of extra water. So my goal over the course of this trip is to stay the same weight, but if there are any small changes, I'm hoping they'll come from water, which I'll be able to tell with this scale as well as by looking at those areas of my body that would traditionally hold water. This is my favorite scale. I want to say I've used it for like at least 2 years, maybe 3 years now. So if you want to grab one for yourself, I will link a coupon code for you down in the description box below. What's up? Just landed in Dallas. Holy crap, that is an unflattering angle. Anyways, just arrived in Dallas and I am so hungry. And of course, being the lazy gal that I am, when I got checked into my hotel, I checked the room service menu thinking, you know what, let's be a little bit bougie. Here's the problem though, they only offer food certain times a day. And it is currently not that time of day. So, I'm gonna go out in the world, I'm gonna do an explore, try to find something to eat. I think I'm in a pretty good area for that. So I shouldn't have to walk too far because I gotta eat before I have filming later on tonight. I don't know if you guys saw those fries, but wow, they were soft, they were hand cut, they were delicious, and if I wasn't about to go to the gym, I definitely would have eaten them all. Something I learned real quick is that restaurant food sits heavy. Like partway through eating those fries, I ate some fries and I had my salad, I could feel like this brick in my stomach. So even though they were delicious and I definitely could have eaten them all, it just wasn't worth it. Guess who's getting food? Yeah, girl. I settled on Arby's. Honestly, I don't know why. I was so over trying to make a decision, so I just kind of like picked one on my map. But I ended up getting a classic roast beef sandwich. Jeff always orders these, maybe, maybe not. He always gets Arby's, so I figured I'd try it. And this side salad, which, looking at it now, looks a little bit sad. So, yeah, add some of this dressing to it, and I'm a hope for the best. Okay, so that classic beef, whatever I just ate, was delicious. And putting the honey mustard on it, I don't care if it's not meant for my sandwich, it was really, really good. So now I'm going to just scrape the cheese and tomatoes out of this salad. I guess it'll just be lettuce, but I don't want the cheese and the tomatoes. I don't don't like tomatoes. What's up? Welcome to day 2. I just got my hair did because I have a full day of shooting today. So right now I'm waiting for my Uber to get back to my hotel, to then go on a gym date, to then go to the shoot. I don't know why I got my hair done before shooting. It was literally the only time I could get it done. So I'm gonna do my best to preserve this, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Also, I haven't had anything to eat yet today because it is 8:25, so it's still very early in the day. I had a coffee, and honestly, I probably won't eat till midday because I'm gonna be shooting, and I just won't have time. But that's good by me because I can eat more when I go out later. I don't know why I'm like choking up on my words. All right, guys, we just finished shooting for the morning. I'm here with Rich, and I don't know where Drew went, but we are going out for lunch. Where are we going?
Unleavened.
Okay, so we're gonna get some green stuff, and it's gonna be good.
So good.
What are you eating? What's that? A wrap of some sort? What's in there?
Wrap, like a Cuban wrap.
Okay, pulled pork. Looks
pork.
Delicious, exciting. What have we got, Rich?
Southwestern with double meat. We got steak and pulled pork.
Now, is the double meat in there yet, or is it on its way?
It's on its way.
Okay. And here I'm eating technically the same salad as Rich. We got some cabbage, we got some vegetables, some pico, some salsa, some guac, some steak. A lot of stuff going on. I'm really hungry. Real talk, on the drive to this restaurant, I was sizing up Drew and Rich, trying to figure out which one I'd eat first. I was really hungry, and that is not normal for me because I normally practice intermittent fasting where I only start eating in the early afternoon, but I got hungrier way earlier, and I don't know if it's because fast food portions are usually smaller for like the same amount of calories, but I was craving a salad, I was craving some meat, I wanted something with a lot of volume to fill my stomach up. Okay, so I just got back from filming. That light is so bright, and I am exhausted. So I'm not really hungry. I'm more tired than anything, but I have some work to do, so I'm probably gonna work for the next couple hours, and then I might be lazy. I might order room service. I don't know. Maybe I will go out. All right, y'all, I caved. Room service. We've got a Cobb salad there, and then I'm not even gonna try to tilt this. I've got a chicken tortilla soup. So this isn't like the lowest calorie or most diet-friendly meal, I wouldn't say, because even though it's a soup and salad, like both of these, like this type of soup and this type of salad, are higher in fat and higher in calories, like dripping soup everywhere. But little pro tip, if you wanna feel fuller, faster with what you're eating, eat your soup first because it's got a liquid base. It'll take up more room in your stomach. You'll feel fuller and warmer and cozier, and it's fall, and I love that feeling. Good morning. Whoa. So it is currently day 4 in this little experiment we're doing, and I am not feeling good. I'm gonna sit down. Basically what happened yesterday was we started the day with a bunch of recipe filming. We were doing high protein, healthy fall recipes. I will throw up some footage from that now on screen. That video will be coming out like within the next week probably. After that, we went back to the warehouse, back to the office to create some more content. We like recorded a podcast, we filmed some stuff. I don't even remember at this point, honestly, but we had a dinner reservation for 8 p.m. So like from noon-ish till 8. I didn't eat anything. And so by the time that we got to the restaurant, I was famished. Now, I didn't record my meal last night because it was late. Eating dinner, it was already on patio, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I was hungry, so I may have forgotten to bring my camera. But we went to this amazing Mexican restaurant in Dallas. It's called Gloria's. I highly recommend it if you're in the area. It was the table chips that did me in. A handful of chips, a couple chips, you can like dip them in 5 different sauces between like little breaks in the conversation, like when you're not talking, you can easily do that. And I just kept picking and picking and picking to the point that I probably accounted for like at least 2 of the chip baskets that our end of the table ended up getting. Long story short, I overdid it last night. My stomach is a wreck, but that's why we have water, literally, in my cup. It's a little megaphone. Yeah, I'm horrible right now. So I'm gonna do my best to get back on my routine, get to the gym, do my thing. Not looking forward to eating out today, but I'm gonna deal with that when it comes up. Yeah, so that went about as well as I expected it would. I got in all of 2 exercises before deciding today was a nope for the gym. I was just too tired. That's a lie. I thought I was gonna shit myself. So I am now walking to find food. Why am I yelling? I made myself a deal that if I don't take an Uber and I walk the like half hour to where all the food is, that will count as today's workout. And we're back. I'm back on my own because I was out to lunch on my own. I don't even know if that's lunch if you eat it at like 3:30, but just got back from that. I had a salad, surprise, surprise, but then I did make a side trip. I found a 7-Eleven on the way back, and I got myself a cookies and cream Quest bar, which used to be one of my favorites when I was eating those more regularly. And I got this birthday cake one, but I bit into it and I just like, it tasted very chemically. And that's about all I have to say about that. I'm about done with this experiment. I wanna be home. It's Sunday. Sundays are my like relax, TV on, chill work, eat nice food days, hang out with my dogs, and am I doing that right now? No. I'm literally like alone in a hotel room with food that was really exciting at first, but I'm kind of over eating out now. I kind of just want like my food back. Yeah, so you remember how I said I wasn't hungry earlier? I lied. Well, I didn't lie, but now I'm hungry. So I decided to try to make a healthy choice, and I've ended up at Chick-fil-A. I ordered a spicy, I think this is a chicken tender. I haven't eaten here in years. This is a chicken nugget, chicken nuggets. I meant to get the naked ones. I don't know if you can see this. I meant to get the naked ones, but I got the breaded ones. I'm not really mad at it. Live and learn. I got waffle fries as well as this whole assortment of sauces. The guy asked me what I wanted. I'm like, I don't really know, man. Surprise me. So he gave me like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm always curious about restaurants' home sauces. Like when I was at Arby's, I had the Arby sauce. I didn't try the horsey sauce. Then I'm gonna try the Chick-fil-A one. But if there is one, I'm like trying to fit in my camera. If there's one that you think is superior, comment it down below because I'm curious and I'm like, apparently I'm on a fast food kick, so I might try it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna like lay down and die here because that's the best sauce I've ever had. What's up, what's up? So we are here back at Man Sports for our final day of shooting, which is kind of sad. But before we get started, I'm mixing up a quick protein shake because I am back on track, back on the health wagon. And even though today is my final day of eating fast food, we're gonna call this fast because it took less than a minute to prepare. What's up? So I just got to the airport, done filming at Man Sports, done checking in, made it through security, we all good. They didn't question my camera equipment, which always seems to be a hot conversation topic. So now that I'm here, I'm thinking I should go search for food. It is just after 5 p.m. and as much as I'm done with this experiment, I feel like I should get at least something small from a fast food restaurant. I did it, y'all. I got fast food. Okay, I did my best. This is what's left of my green beans, the rest of them being like on the floor or in the bag. And I also ate like half of the biscuit that is now buried somewhere. So yeah, I feel sticky all over. I'm not really sure if it's because I spilled my meal all over myself or if it's just because I've been sweating profusely from trying to film in the airport and having like everybody stare at me. About this little experiment. So my theory held up. I actually did no damage while I was away, which is still a bit of a mystery to me, especially how I ended up losing weight. That one isn't really adding up in my head, but I am so happy that's over. I remember when Jeff picked me up at the airport, he's like, hey, do you wanna go grab fast food? Do you wanna grab something to eat? I'm like, no, I wanna go home, I wanna lay in my bed, and I wanna go to sleep, and I don't wanna do that again. I think what I found most difficult about this experiment was eating enough to be full without overdoing it and ending up feeling sluggish or kind of sick after the fact. And I really screwed this up on the third day when we went out to dinner at that Mexican restaurant because I was just so hungry after a full day of shooting. And of course, like when you're hungry, your brain kind of, I get like tunnel vision. I'm like, food! And I just want to like inhale everything. And before I know it, I've eaten so much food in a short amount of time and I end up feeling sick. It doesn't help that a lot of fast food is also very calorically dense. So that basically means for like the amount of food you get, it has a high like calorie per unit volume. Like a smaller amount of food will contain more calories as compared to, where am I even going with this? So like comparing a burger to a salad, I'm like trying to make my hand bigger over here. These could be the same calories, but the salad will take up more room in your stomach. So I think that was kind of like a mental adjustment I had to make, eating a smaller volume of food and expect that to fill me up. It was just like, it was a bit confusing the first few days. Something I didn't really cover in this video is whether I tracked my calories or not, and if I did, how I tracked my calories, I very, very loosely tracked calories during this trip. And it's kind of like my version of intuitive eating because I don't believe in being super strict with calorie tracking all the time, but I also don't believe that the style of intuitive eating that many people practice is right for me or my eating personality. I can talk more about that in a future video if you want me to cover that in a little bit more depth. But in the meantime, I will link a previous video I did down below where I actually did like it's a very similar kind of premise. Like I went to LA for a trip and I showed you how I tracked all of my food when I was eating out at restaurants, like without nutrition info or menus or anything like that. Overall, as frustrating as those first couple days were, I'm really happy I did this because one of the unexpected benefits was that I really got to practice what I believe is true, intuitive, mindful eating. Something I got into the habit of when I was constantly going between phases of cutting or bulking, trying to lose weight, trying to gain weight. I was always trying to fit the maximum amount of food into my daily targets. So like the most volume, the most stuff I could into my daily calorie targets. And I'd never truly be satisfied unless my stomach felt like it was as full as it could possibly be. But what I learned to do on this trip, or what I at least got a little bit better at, was accepting the fact that my stomach might not always feel full, but that I had enough calories in my system to get through the day. Before I go, as promised, I put a few helpful links for you down below, including the link to that Vanity Planet scale that I love and have used forever, as well as a link to that other video I talked about where I actually showed you how to track calories when you're traveling. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you shoot me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.